Hi and welcome to the United Review, your new home for Manchester United and Premier League based content. Over the coming weeks and months, I'll be releasing top 10s, best 11s, player ratings and much more for your enjoyment. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment any video suggestions down below. But without any further ado, let's get into the video. Today's topic is the top 10 signings made in the Sir Alex Ferguson era. We'll be delving deep into how these transfers helped to change the history of this great club, and how valuable these 10 players would be to Manchester United. Just a disclaimer before we start, this is solely based on my opinion, and all facts and figures have been taken from the official Manchester United website and Transfermarkt. Let's get going. Number 10. Patrice Evra. Patrice Evra signed for Manchester United in a £5.5 million deal from Monaco in January 2006. He made a name for himself there, playing a valuable role in Monaco's early success in the noughties, where they would win the 2003 Ligue 1 and reach the 2004 Champions League final. In the latter of these two seasons, Patrice won the Ligue 1 Young Player of the Year award for his impressive performances and maturity he showed from a young age. Whilst at United, Evra would prove to be a stalwart at left back during his 8-year spell, most notably winning 5 Premier League titles and the 2008 Champions League with the club. He would be named in the PFA Team of the Year on 3 separate occasions due to his sound defensive ability and composure on the ball. A joker in the dressing room and a fan favourite on the pitch, Evra would turn out to be a very efficient piece of business from Sir Alex. Number 9. Irwin. Irwin is arguably the best value for money signing on this list, costing the club a little over £600,000 in 1990 from Oldham. The Irishman would prove to be Mr. Reliable for Sir Alex, representing the club for 12 years and earning himself an admirable silverware collection in the process, which includes 7 Premier League medals, 3 for FA Cup triumphs and the 1999 Champions League. At United, Irwin would establish himself as an indispensable option at left back and applied himself in a way that many fullbacks model their games on nowadays. Forget Trent and Ashley Cole, Irwin was the original attacking fullback. His ability to bring the ball out from the back and progress the team up the pitch would prove vital to Ferguson's tactics for many years. His special dead ball ability and the fact that he was very rarely out injured earns him a spot on my list. Number 8. Ollie Solshar. On the back of the 1996 double-winning season, Manchester United looked to add depth to their squad through signing 23-year-old Molde forward Ollie Solshar. Solskjaer would prove to be an exceptional bit of business for the club, scoring well over a century of goals during his 11-year stint. Even though the likes of Dwight Yorke, Andy Cole and later Ruud van Nistelrooy took up the places in the starting 11, Solskjaer was still able to make a valuable impact from the bench. Nicknamed the baby-faced assassin for his young appearance and clinical finishing that would often decide games, there isn't a better example of this than that goal. You know the one I'm thinking of. Barcelona 99 Champions League final. Solskjaer came on in the 81st minute and would score, in my opinion, the most famous Manchester United goal in history in the 93rd, to win the trophy in dramatic fashion following Teddy Sheringham's late equaliser 2 minutes prior. Ollie will forever have legendary status at this club, and now as manager, hopefully he can bring back the glory days to United and win us some much needed silverware in the near future. Number 7. Nemanja Vidic. In January 2006, an unknown prospect by the name of Nemanja Vidic arrived at the Theatre of Dreams from Russian side Spartak Moscow in a £7 million deal. Vidic would remain a key figure in the United team for 8 years until his departure for Inter Milan in 2014, His partnership with Rio Ferdinand would lay the foundations for United's 3 successive titles from 2007 to 2009, along with a further 2 in 2011 and in Sir Alex's final season in charge in 2013. He was part of the 2008 Champions League winning side that defeated Chelsea in the Moscow final. Vidic would form a beloved relationship with the United fanbase due to his brutal, no-nonsense attitude to defending and his fearless willingness to put his body on the line whilst protecting the United 18-yard box. He would captain the Red Devils for 3 years of his tenure at the club and would prove to be an exceptional signing for Fergie. Number 6. Peter Schmeichel. Ahead of the inaugural Premier League season back in 1992, Manchester United opted to sign little-known Brøndby shot-stopper Peter Schmeichel in a deal totalling less than £1 million at the time. This was largely down to his impressive performances as Denmark won the European Championship that summer and on the back of 4 Danish titles with his previous club. Concluding his time at the club with United's famous treble-winning season, Schmeichel enjoyed an illustrious and enviable career at United. He earned 5 Premier League winners' medals along with 3 FA Cups and the 1999 Champions League, where he captained the side to glory due to Roy Keane's suspension. Individually, he won the 1996 Premier League Player of the Year award and even managed to score a goal for United in the UEFA Cup that same year. Schmeichel went from strength to strength under Sir Alex and is now widely regarded as the Premier League's greatest ever goalkeeper, boasting an incredible record of conceding less goals than the number of games he played in. Schmeichel's quick reflexes, leadership skills, and the memorable side of embarking orders at the United back line have been written into the history of this club, and for the bargain price of $625,000. Number 5. Steve Bruce. One of Fergie's first signings in his role as Manchester United manager was the acquisition of 26-year-old Steve Bruce from Nottingham Forest for less than £1 million in 1987. Bruce would anchor Manchester United for almost a decade, forming a formidable partnership with fellow Englishman Gary Pallister, which Sir Alex Ferguson's early success was built on. Although never being called up for the national team, something Sir Bobby Robson would later admit he regretted, Bruce was a tough tackler, great in the air, and a surprise source of goals, especially in the 1990-91 season where he would be the club's top scorer with 19 in all competitions. These attributes would allow Bruce to establish himself as a United legend and a fan favourite to be remembered long after his playing days. Number 4. Wayne Rooney. In the 2004 summer transfer window, Sir Alex had his eyes firmly set on a highly rated 18-year-old Wayne Rooney, who was in the public eye having played in Everton's first team for 2 years. United got their man in a £27 million deal, and the exciting talent would be unveiled at the club soon after. He would fire home a hat-trick past Fenerbahce in the Champions League on his debut, announcing its arrival in style. He would continue his promising start over the next 2 seasons, however United's only silverware would come in the shape of the 2006 League Cup. Following the departure of Ruud van Nistelrooy in 2006, Rooney was handed the famous number 10 shirt and would start the majority of games from then on alongside fellow youngster Cristiano Ronaldo. With these 2 scintillating forwards up top, and later the acquisition of Carlos Tevez to add to this terrifying front line, United won 3 successive Premier League titles and the 2008 Champions League in Rooney's next 3 years with the club. Rooney would continue to impress in the closing seasons of Fergie's magnificent reign at United. He won the PFA Player of the Year award for the 2009-10 season, contributing an impressive 26 goals and a further 5 assists in just 32 games. The following year, he would star again, alongside Dimitar Berbatov this time, as United clinched their 19th league title. In Sir Alex's final year at the club, Rooney and summer signing Robin van Persie hit home a combined 38 league goals, as Fergie lifted his 13th and final Premier League honour. It is a well-known fact that Manchester United have failed to emulate Sir Alex's success since his retirement. However, one positive was the ever-present Rooney, now taking the armband at the club after Nemanja Vidic left for Inter Milan in 2014. Wazza would adapt his game as he grew older, becoming more of an attacking-minded midfielder than an out-and-out striker like in previous years. This allowed him to hold down his spot in the team and lead the club to 4 trophies in his final 2 seasons. Rooney will forever be remembered as one of Manchester United and England's greatest ever players, holding the top scoring record for both club and country with 253 and 53 respectively. His powerful dribbling, clinical finishing and acrobatic goals inspired a generation of football fans. He will remain immortal at this club for centuries to come and is a signing I'm sure Sir Alex is very proud he made. Number 3. Cristiano Ronaldo. In summer 2003, Manchester United played Sporting in a pre-season friendly, which was led up by a certain 18-year-old kid by the name of Cristiano. Sir Alex would invite the boy into the United dressing room after the encounter to secure his signature as he saw great potential in the plucky youngster. During this meeting, they would form an emotional bond which would allow United to sign Ronaldo, even with other clubs offering a higher fee. 6 years later, Ronaldo would leave the club for a world record transfer fee, having won 3 Premier League titles, the 2008 Champions League, the 2004 FA Cup, and 2 PFA Player of the Year awards. Ronaldo would be named the best player in the world while playing for United, winning the 2008 Ballon d'Or for scoring an unbelievable 42 goals in all competitions, and leading the line as the Red Devils won a Premier League and Champions League double. Sir Alex would nurture him from skillful teenager when he joined to world star when he left, turning him into one of the greatest players to ever play the beautiful game. Ronaldo would play a key role in the terrifying front 3, also consisting of Wayne Rooney and Carlos Tevez, which would drive United to claim 3 successive Premier League titles. Ronaldo has gone on to lift numerous other trophies and individual accolades, but has never forgotten his Old Trafford days, and we will never forget what he did for our club. Number 2. Roy Keane. After a number of successful seasons whilst playing for Nottingham Forest, and later a number of rejected bids, United managed to snatch a young Roy Keane from under the noses of Kenny Dalglish's Newcastle for £3.75 million in the summer of 1993. Keane would go on to become the heart and soul of the Manchester United midfield for over a decade. He won 7 Premier League titles during his time at United, captaining the club to 4 of those illustrious honours after he was handed the armband following the departure of Eric Cantona in 1997. After recovering from a cruciate ligament injury the season prior, Keane would play an instrumental role in the 1998-99 treble-winning season. His most noticeable impact came in the Champions League semi-final second leg against Juventus, where he would put in an unbelievable individual performance to guide the team through to the final in a 3-2 triumph. Unfortunately, he would pick up a yellow card in the process, thus missing the final in Barcelona due to suspension. Widely seen as one of the greatest midfielders to ever grace the Premier League because of his grit, determination and brilliant leadership skills, Keane would win the PFA Player of the Year award in the year 2000. The young man from Cork would turn out to be one of Sir Alex's most inspired signings. And finally, number 1, Eric Cantona. Eric Cantona, the King. Who else could it have possibly been? In November 1992, Leeds officials contacted United inquiring about a possible transfer offer for Dennis Irwin. However, they were met with a counter-offer. No Dennis Irwin, and we want Cantona. Surprisingly, Leeds allowed their star man to leave for just £1.2 million, a fee that in hindsight should bring shame to the Leeds boardroom, and King Eric was born at Manchester United. Cantona would prove to be the catalyst to turn United from nearly men to serial winners. He would lead the club to 4 league titles during his 4.5-year stint with the club, immortalising himself in United folklore in the process. He would top score in 2 of his seasons with the club and come runner-up in 2 further seasons. His achievements were recognised through being named PFA Player of the Year for his part in United's impressive League and Cup double in 1994. The closest he ever came to Ballon d'Or success came in 1993, where he placed 3rd behind Roberto Baggio and Dennis Bergkamp for his role in United's triumph in the inaugural Premier League season. The only year United failed to win the league with Cantona at the club came in 1995, where Blackburn would seal the title on the last day due to the Red Devils' tight draw with West Ham. The downturn in form that season coincided with a moment of madness from the talismanic Frenchman. Following his sending off in a fixture away to Crystal Palace, a foul-mouthed Eagles fan received a now infamous kung fu kick delivered by Cantona. He was originally handed a fortnight behind bars, but an appeal would have the sanction brought down to 120 hours of community service. Cantona would also receive an 8-month ban from football and was faced with constant bombardment from the media, with many calling for a lifetime ban. Man United fans feared the worst, as this could be the end of King Eric's reign at United as he flew to Paris to avoid media attention. Thankfully, the brilliant man management skills of Fergie came to the fore once again as he followed Eric across the English Channel and convinced him to return back to Manchester. Sir Alex persistently backed Cantona in the media and behind closed doors. This unwavering support led to a glorious return for Cantona as he arrived back to spur the team on to victory over Newcastle in the 1996 title race. The Frenchman made a selfless decision in 1997 as he decided his time at United was up, but rather than opting for a move elsewhere, he would prematurely retire at the age of 30. He came to the conclusion that since this club had given him so much over his tenure here, he could simply not play for anyone else and so would be forced into retirement based on his own loyalty. A tenacious forward, skillful dribbler and overall an unbelievable personality that we were lucky to have in the dressing room, Cantona will be remembered as possibly the best player to ever play for United, and that is why he's number 1 on my list. Hi guys, thanks for watching and making it to the end of the video. I'll be releasing more in the near future. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to the United Review, like and share the video, and leave any comments down below. See you in a bit.